Well, hello, everybody. Thank you guys for joining me. My name is Sharon. The channel name is Sharina Belly. If you've been here before, welcome on back. If you're new, welcome. And I hope that you will consider hitting that subscribe button and come on over and be a PO. Now I'm going to say please and thank you. But guys, listen. Over here, we do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and a little bit of this. You can check out the channel and see. You're going to find some, we got a little bit of cooking. We got a little bit of games. We got a little bit of, we got some mukbangs. We got a lot of commentary, challenges. Again, we do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You can say that this is somewhat like a variety because we do a variety of things over here. So come on over, hit that subscribe button if you have not already, and welcome. And let me say welcome while I'm at it. Let me say welcome to all the new subbies. And thank you guys for finding that button and hitting it on down, knocking it on down. Thank you. And welcome to Sharina Belly. But guys, listen, I'm not going to be before you too long. Only because I want to, respect people's time. People got things to do, places to go, people to see, all that. All that good stuff, guys. So I'm not going to be real long, okay, on this pre-record, okay? But I was looking at a little bit of MA's live that she entitled that she was playing the game. Now, I don't know how you guys interpreted that, because on 1 minute, or I should say on one hand, it seemed like she was talking to landlords or that type of thing, talking about her apartment. And then on the other hand, she could be talking about playing games with certain content creators. I don't know. It's just up in the air. Everything is up in the air with MA. Who's MA? MA is Adrian. Adrian Slays, okay? So, yeah, you know now. Okay, she did this live earlier today, and like I said, it had the title she's gonna keep playing the game. Well, girl, I'm here to tell you that game playing is your specialty. You've been doing it since you were 15 because you told us that. I'm not saying anything that I done made up out of my mind. I'm saying things that you done brought forth out of your mouth. You've been playing a lot of games since you were 15 years old. You told us some things that happened in your life when you were 15 with this older man who was 51, I do believe, at the time. So yeah, you've been playing some games, and some quite serious, dangerous games, I might add. Okay, since you were 15 years old. Whew. This is why it's so hard, Adrian. This is why it's so hard to be able to believe anything that you come to this platform or any other platform, because I believe you're on Facebook as well. I don't know if you're on Instagram or TikTok, but you might be. If you are, you probably over there playing a bunch of messy games too. But anyhow, first thing I wanted to address from your live that this is a mess. MA says she has multiple streams of income, multiple. And then turn around in the same breath and talk about, well, I gotta pay my rent. I just got paid from the platform. But MA, if you have multiple streams of income, why are you only waiting until YouTube put that deposit in your account before you can pay the rent. And not just that, MA. Why, oh, why are you, because she's over there talking about how deplorable the apartment is. But MA, this apartment didn't just poof become deplorable overnight. That place was probably like that when you first jumped in it. Okay? I don't believe you paying rent for it. I can't see nobody paying rent for those deplorable, your words, not mine, those deplorable conditions. Why would you take as you tell it, hard-earned money, because you say the girl she worked hard for the money. So hard for it, honey. And she never get it right. How is it that you putting money down on a place that's raining indoors, when it's raining outdoors? How does that happen? I've said this several times before. You have to do a walkthrough. You have to look at the condition of the place. So this is why people believe that you are just going into unoccupied places without a lease, and you're just putting your little secondhand furniture all up and through. You said that too, not my words, yours. You putting all of that stuff up in there, knowing fully well you ain't paying nobody no rent. Squatters don't pay rent. They just squat, baby. They don't pay no rent. That's the reason why they squatting, because they refuse to pay rent. And you said yourself a while ago, your words, not mine, you don't like paying rent. This is why you wanted a camper. Sounds familiar, baby? But then you run up and get the most deplorable place, and then you come crying, talking about the landlord ain't doing this and the landlord ain't doing that. Well, the landlord first got to know somebody up in their property. Didn't know you were there, girl, because you go up in there, put your little, thrift store stuff in there, and claim that, wow, I got an apartment. And this is why you talk about moving on. You talked about not being there at that place too long, about 5 seconds after you got there. Because you just probably didn't know how soon them people was going to be on your trail. But, honey, whatever happened to, see, this is why I don't believe the things that you say. This is why I have a hard time believing the things that you say. Because you rattle on this and rattle on that. Forget what you done rattled off. 3 days later, it's a whole nother horse of a whole nother color. It's like, wait a minute, didn't she just say, this is what I'm thinking to myself, didn't she just say X, Y, Z? Now we doing A, B, C? What kind of madness? I'm like, this is why, girl, you tell on yourself. You don't need to be playing these games, because some games you just not good at, child. You ain't no good. You kind of really suck at it. You suck at it. Oh, she just sucks at it. I put some notes down, but because I didn't want to play her content and everything, because she run around here, ain't no telling what she got going on from one day to the next. But I'm like, wow, MA, wow. You really want somebody to believe? I mean, this is apartment after apartment after apartment. Something is dreadfully wrong after you moved in. But you never find those problems if you were doing a rental, if you was going into a rental the normal way, the way people normally do it. They go in, they have a look-see. I remember all the houses that I've ever, signed up with a lease. I did a walkthrough. I checked on the bathroom. I checked on the windows. I checked on the floors. Checked on the ceilings. Checked on the walls. Checked on everything. But you seem to never check on anything until after you're in there, and then you go to crying, well, these daggone slumlords, no, baby, no, baby, no. No, baby, no, baby, no. You got that game all twisted. It ain't the slumlords, because like I said, they got to first know you and their property, and I don't believe a whole lot of times people know that you're there until they come to try to do a little piece of work and find out that you got some daggone cardboards up at the window trying to keep people prying eyes from peering up in there. I'm just saying it as I see it, because it's too many coincidences with these apartments or what did you call that? You called it that was the darndest thing. You called it a, Lord have mercy, what did she call that one place? It was an apartment. It was, that's what she said, it was an apartment. It was a, that floor, the little room, the attic. The attic, that's what I was trying to remember. Called it the attic apartment. There's no such a thing. Now, you might have an attic that's kind of big enough to put a bed in, but it ain't no attic apartments out here that I'm aware of. Okay, maybe I need to do some more homework, but this is what you've been doing since you come back from Florida. You've been running in these holes, putting your little thrift store stuff in there, then finding it's rain all up inside the place. Toilets ain't got no water in them. See, this stuff is foreseeable before you can get in. Well, maybe not the rain, because if it's not raining on a particular day that you go in, you're not going to know that the ceilings got little, problematic things going on with it. So you may not know that. So we're going to give you a little pass for the ceiling. But the toilet, the tub, the windows, the doors, and all these other things, the floors, and all these other things are visible to the naked eye if you going up in there like any normal person seeking an apartment or a house to rent. You can see these things upon inspection. But like I said, I'm going to give you a pass for that for water coming down from the ceiling, because you're not going to know that it's a leak in the ceiling unless it's raining, and then you can, and if it starts dripping inside, then the ceiling got a problem. The roof got a problem. But, baby, you ought to stop with this. You don't know how to play the game at all. You really don't. Now, I'm just a little perplexed. I don't know if you're talking about the landlord game or the content creator game. I don't know which is which because you think you're so cunning. You think you're so, you can outfox the fox, So all people have to do is really listen to you. Really listen and find those holes. Because there's going to be holes, because there's never one time where you've come up on YouTube and the holes weren't detectable. They're there, okay? So, girl, listen, if you ever get another place that you're not squatting in, make sure you look at everything. And not just that, I want to get back to this. Why is it that I asked a question earlier, but why is it that you have to wait until you get your YouTube deposit? Because weren't you the one who said you had multiple streams of income? You said you had a couple of jobs. That's what I think my ears heard. I think that's what my ears done heard. Now, why you gotta wait if you have more funds coming in, financial nickels and dimes coming in? Why is it that everything is kind of on YouTube's time? You know, around the time the 21st to the 26th. Why is it always around that when you got to pay your bills? And please don't try to tell us, come back if you ever see this video. Don't try to tell us, well, you know, I got to pay these other bills, because we never hear you talk about no other bills. No rent now. We know you got to pay your daggone cell phone if you want to keep doing your video lives or whatever. So we know that's an expense for you, okay? But if you were T-Mobile, you ain't paying but maybe $100 a month, okay? Ask me how I know. And then again, ask me how I know. Yeah, Because I had to drop that daggone Verizon and get with somebody who I could afford, because I couldn't afford Verizon. It was just too high. It was draining all of my little coins out of my daggone. I never really had no change left over after I paid that Verizon. So I had to say toodaloo, see you later to Verizon. And yeah, I jumped over there with T-Mobile. I sure did. So they don't charge you no more, about $100, maybe $120 a month or something like that. They don't charge you too much, I guess, depending on what kind of services you get from them. But you just tell these things, and you the one makes it so hard to believe anything that's coming out of your mouth. Because I'm wondering, why do you have to always run up into some place that's falling down around your head? Literally falling down around your head. Because you say the raindrops is falling. You know, it'd be something. It'd be nice if some of that rainwater could fall in that toilet, huh? Get that up and running. But this ain't the first place that you didn't have where toilets. This is why people look at you with that side eye. And you'll come and you'll show stuff. And I think you got, you call yourself having a method to the madness, talking about why you're videotaping stuff, because that's your documentation. But girl, you ain't supposed to be up in the people's places no how. So documentation on what? On you doing a little squatty poo? Is that your documentation? Baby, you ain't playing the game well at all. Because you're showing them people, and if them people ain't got no lease on you, you showing them people that your game is funk to the funky. Okay? Just saying. It's funk to the funky. So you might need to go back and tell that instructor, whoever taught you the game, well, no, you can't, because you said he's now transformed. He's transitioned on. So, and I think you said it was through your stepfather where you learned a lot of stuff. But yeah, no, baby, no. You need to get you a refund if you paid anything for those lessons, because they not servicing you well at all. At all. Now, we don't hear about Gailstone too much no more. Is you still got it? And if you that daggone anti-rent, if you so anti-rent, go on and get up in Gailstone. Ain't you got that big old bucket waiting on it to get on up in there? You got a bucket. You showed that too. You showed the bucket and all. That's going to be your bathroom. But then you say, no, Gailstone got a toilet in it, so I guess you okay. You don't need the bucky buck no more. But anyway, girl, stop with daggone, with the daggone lies. That's all it is. Bottom line, a bunch of lies. Because you can't even get your lies straight, Adrian. You just can't. I mean, you'll tell one thing, and then, like I said, and that's why my grandmother used to caution us about lies when we were young. Because you had to recall what you said. And you may have told a lie 6 months ago. Then if something is confronted in your face, then you got, oh, what did I say 6 months ago? Some people can't remember 6 minutes ago, let alone trying to pull something out their head unless they done wrote some stuff down, you know? But girl, you need to go ahead on and get yourself Get yourself a life worth living, honey, because what you're doing, baby, it ain't doing nothing but bringing you all kinds of downfalls. And I'm not wishing no harm on you at all. You doing this on your own, by yourself. You're doing this, Adrian. You are. Nobody else is doing this to you. You got to stop with all the lying, stop with all the cheating, stop with all the conniving, stop with all the, trying to get over, ripping folk off, the shenanigans. You need to just stop and see that it's not serving you. None of this stuff you've been doing since 15 has brought you any close. You still in rant down places. So what have it afforded you? From the time you were 15 to right now, soon to be 53, it has not afforded you anything. But you thinking that you're winning. Girl, you're not winning. You're not winning. Why you can't understand it and see? See, it takes a fool. It takes a fool to learn. Girl, you better see the errors of your ways. That's the only way you're going to be able to flip things around and try to, make a halfway decent rest of your life. But this thing that you're doing, baby, and while you at it, drop on down to your knees. And if your knees too bad to get down there, because sometimes I'm going to tell you the truth, mine is. But that's okay, because I can fold myself up on my bed and get to praying and shouting out to Almighty, please help me. Take all the impurities and the daggone whatever, shenanigans or whatever, any hint of it. And I'm not perfect, but I'm still striving to do it a better way. This thing called life. And if you don't try to overcome some of your shortcomings, girl, you're going to always be in a heap of hurt. I'm not putting no daggone bad luck on you. I'm just telling you what God loves nothing but the truth, okay? Almighty loves nothing but the truth. The whole truth and nothing but. Okay? And I'm telling you, if he knows. Let's just say he knows. And I told you a long time ago, M.A., you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you ain't never fooling Almighty none of the time. Okay? But anyway, guys, that's what I come to talk about. If she see this video, I hope she understand that it's not malicious. It's just that, girl, you need to take the word game out of your vocabulary and get serious. Because you don't know how much time you got ahead of you. Okay? I say that about myself all the time. I got more time behind me than I know what's in front of me. Because tomorrow's not promised to none of us. Okay? So you need to get your little act together. Pull yourself up by your boot. And I know this is going to fall on deaf ears, guys. I am under no delusion. Trust me when I tell you. Because it's going to take more than me or anybody else doing videos for this woman to see the light. It's going to take more. But hopefully that bed don't become too hard. Okay? Hopefully it don't become too hard. Because you're going to sleep in it. You're going to sleep in it. And you're going to walk, and you're going to be moving around, rocking around. Why is it so hard? Why is my life so hard? Because of the bed you made. Just because them people told you a whole bunch of messed up stuff way back when don't mean you had to keep moving forward with that stuff. Okay? So, but don't think that you got everybody's snow, because some of the stuff that you say up here, girl, it just gives me cause to pause. I'm like, wait a minute. Did she just say what I thought she... Gives me cause to pause. And I'm sweating in here, guys. I got to get up out of here. Got the ceiling fan going, but I am sweating cats and dogs up in here because the humidity is hot. It is hot. But I want to thank you guys for coming on in. I want to thank you. What do y'all think? I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm not trying to be getting into nobody's neck. I don't want to ever do that. But I'm going to say what's on my mind to say, okay? And I seen that video, No More Games, or no, she gonna play the game. You've been playing the game too long, baby. Game time playing should be over. It's time for some real life, real grown woman stuff to come to the forefront. Because games, the things with games, sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. No guarantee about games, And when you lose, woo, ain't no need to say, this, that, and the third. No, you chose to play them games. Try to do something more positive in terms of living life and living life to its fullest without a whole bunch of lies, excuses, made up stuff, shenanigans. Just try living life. Taste and see how sweet Almighty can be. He loves you. I'm sure he do. He don't like the games that you're playing because you're bringing yourself harm and you act like you don't even care. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get on out of here because this heat is done jumped on me, honey. I have got to go. But thanks again for watching. Listen, guys, I want you to love yourself, okay? Love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. Tell yourself you love yourself, okay? Love someone else. Tell them you love them, okay? I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it, okay? Tell yourself you love yourself. Tell someone else you love them. Nothing wrong with it, guys, okay? Be kind to yourself and just, keep Almighty first. And everything that you want in life, Almighty may not say yes to, but he going to give you some desires of your heart, okay? So he have to tell us no for some reasons, you know what I mean? Reasons we may not be able to foresee why he's saying no. It's similar to what your mama said or your daddy said when you were young. If you might, I want to go and play in the street. And they were like, no. See, you didn't understand that traffic could be dangerous, but they knew. And that's how it is with Almighty. He knows, okay? So, but listen, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, listen, if you have not subscribed to Sharina Belly, I got a question for you. Some of y'all know what the question is. I know you do. What you waiting on? What you waiting on? I'm waiting on you. What you waiting on? Go on and hit that subscribe button. And then go ahead on and share out my video. Share out the whole channel. Yeah, let's just let people know, Miss Sharina Belly over here doing Nick X, Y, and Z. Do a lot of commentary and things like that, but we got other stuff going on too. Y'all just kind of sift through the channel. We got shorts and we got posts and things like that. We have a good time. We have a good time over here. Yes, we do. I love the POs because they are the best group of people. I can say that because I interact with them all the time. And I know that they're the best, okay? So come on and join the PO. Join us and have some laughs and things like that. I don't mind acting a little goofy for you to get a good laugh. Sometimes we need a good laugh because life gets to life and so hard. Sometimes we just need to just laugh. I get that. Y'all get it too. Somebody told me a long time ago, laughter could be the best medicine, okay? So anyway, guys, okay, I'm going to get on out of here. I'm going to say until the next time I see you, you see me, however this thing is supposed to be. I'm going to see you on the next video. Y'all, please, come on, help me out. Help me out. I'm going to get back to that before I get out of here. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And then turn around and share my video. Share my channel. Share. Like the videos, okay? Like, and like some more, okay? And then send me some comments. Some of y'all know I like to talk. So send me some comments. And sometimes if life get too busy for me to send out a reply, I'll hit that red little heart and let you know, oh, I seen your comment. I seen it. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead on and get out of here. Again, I say thank you, guys, one and all. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate one and all. I do. Thank you, guys, so very much. Love you now.